Review those that I teach. Part 1 of an educational journey. My first question was, how can I respect the struggles of my students while balancing my expectations for their work? Today's students have so many things going on in their lives, and some things that teachers don't even know about. In a movie that helped shape my inspiration to become a teacher, Freedom Writers, a teacher has her disadvantaged students write in their journals every night. That's their homework, as well as reading books in her English class. And through this, they become a tight-knit class, and these students that no one expected to graduate, every single one of them did. And that was just a really inspiring story to me. And I think since I'm a theater teacher and I don't have to teach any specific key goals and curriculum that's set by the state or anything, that a journal would be a really good assignment to set so that it's not busy work, but a journal is not only beneficial for the kids spiritually in their lives, but also helps them connect with others in order to do theater. And as you see, I have a quote up here from Stephen Wilkes' Why Go to School? And my concern here is just that I don't want to keep any student from wanting to learn. That's the opposite of a teacher's job. And since I have an ancillary subject, I think what I will be able to do is I'll be able to teach in the classroom and give some meaningful short assignments outside of the classroom that won't make anyone hate learning and will give these students some time when they go home at night. My second question was, how can I reconcile my own morals with the material that is good for the students? This first slide I have up here is posters for plays that I disagree with in so many ways. Equus, Grease, and the Book of Mormon. Each one of these plays has something in it that's just extremely offensive to me. But I have to recognize that these students need to know about the history of theater. They need to know Equus existed, that Grease existed, that the Book of Mormon existed, because they're all very influential plays. And I need to be honest with them, have them be able to recognize themes in any plays that they watch, but also tell them that it's their job to decide whether they're going to engage in any self-censorship or not, and that these just happen to be plays that I engage in self-censorship with. As a contrast, plays like Rent, Hamilton, and Inherit the Wind have material that is offensive to a lot of people, though these plays have a special place in my heart, and I think they have themes that are really important. And in this, sometimes I'll need to accept that if this play's material is offensive to my students, I need to give up on the dream of directing it as a school play. I mean, plays with such offensive language can't really be in a school play, and but also express with them how well these plays illustrate their themes. And I just need to be very honest with my students and very open with them about what their decisions can be. My third question is where's the line between being a mentor and confident and being inappropriate? This picture is from when I was an assistant director for Blythe Spirit. I love my high school theater teacher. She was an amazing woman, an amazing confidant for me. I could always talk to her. But in her classroom, there was always a certain aspect of, this is a fun class. It's not really a place where we learn. And that detracted from the experience. I really wanted to learn about some theater things that I never got to. And I think that her role as being our friend overshadowed that. But there's also a further line. You can be a teacher that just doesn't understand anything about your students. You can forget that they're human, and that's not right either. Another one of my favorite teachers from high school was my choir teacher. He cultivated an enormous love for the subject that he taught in all of us because he was someone that we could talk to if we wanted to, but first and foremost, his role in the classroom was as a leader. And he taught strict discipline, but he also taught us to love each other, and he taught us a great art, which is music. And in that class, we felt comfortable, but we also felt dedicated. And through that, we were very successful. We won many awards, and we would gather at the school at 6 a.m. in the morning to practice our songs when he hadn't even asked us to. And now we come back to the overall reaching question. How do I view those that I teach? How do I view my students? Well, I took some pictures, and they all represent some things. First, I see my students as graduates. By employing reasonable homework, I want to encourage them to focus on the classes that will get them to graduate because I want to see them contribute to the world. But I also want to give them that passion for life that makes them do great things afterwards. I see them as friends and successes, as you can see in my choir picture. And this third picture is a picture from my brother's funeral in February. And this is a really important thing for me as a teacher. I want to understand that my students are people, that they have things going on in their lives that maybe I don't know about and maybe I do, and that I need to consider it. I was lucky last semester to have professors that did understand this about me, and I thrived so much more than I would have without their support. And down here I have some lofty goals, but I think ones that my students can achieve. I have the Tony Award. I think when I've cultivated an environment of love and passion, but also hard work, that maybe in the 30 or so years that I'll be teaching, there will be one that will go on to do just amazing things and get that Tony. And I believe that my students will change the world, and I'm really excited to get them there.